It is just about that time. Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. Today, we're going to talk about the latest from YouTube demonetization, including the so-called ADPOCALYPSE 3.0 and what it means to you and what you guys might have experienced. How's everybody doing tonight? It's always fun waiting for the delay on the chat. All right, here, let's see. Audio and video look okay from your side? Awesome. Hey, if you guys want to do me a favor and share this live stream, if somebody could share it in the Creator Fundamentals group and any other place you think people might be interested, I'd appreciate it. And then we'll get started. Have a couple things to show you guys. Get your insights on what's been going on. If you've been affected by any of the recent events that are YouTube and demonetization and adpocalypse and all that good stuff. So. Yes, Hawk Gaming. It will be available for replay. While you guys are sharing, I'll jump in the chat real quick and say hello to Hawk Gaming, Liz for a day. Thanks for joining the stream. We got Doug Hewson in the house, Josie Potts, Willow Tree, Becca's Relatable Life. Hello to everybody. Make sure I didn't miss anybody in there. I think we're looking good. Hey, while I have you all in here, in general, what kind of advance notice would you guys be interested in receiving for a live stream? Typically, I announce a live stream the night that I'm having it. Would you guys find it more beneficial if I announce it a day or two in advance? Let me know in the comments. Doug Hewson with the Sherified, I appreciate it. So you guys all up to speed on the latest with YouTube and the advertisers that pulled their ads from YouTube and what steps YouTube has taken so far? Thank you to Josie and Hawk Gaming also for sharing. Day in advance says Becca's Relatable Life. Good to know. That means I actually have to plan them a day in advance. One day in advance would be great. Somewhere overseas, 1 to 2 hours fine with me. This time of day is certainly perfect for me. Yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern time seems to be my best compromise. Obviously, I'm a father of 2 small children, so 9 o'clock Eastern is kind of when the house settles down, or I can at least request the house to be settled down, and it provides a little bit quieter atmosphere on this end. Plus, people on the East Coast are still awake typically, and their nights are settling down, and it gives people on the West Coast an opportunity to join in because it's just after work for them. So try to find a sweet spot. Obviously, for people across the pond, it's not quite so great, kind of late for them, but as we go on, I'll try to mix it up a little bit and try to do some midday or some earlier live streams to kind of get everybody the opportunity to come and hang out. And excuse me if I cough a couple times during this live stream. I have what I believe is the second cold so far this winter, and it just started, so we'll try to plow through. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that's out there. For those of you who don't know, I actually put together a free guide to, let's see if we can make this work here. Let's see, do it like this. I actually put together a free guide to how to protect yourself from YouTube demonetization. You can actually go to notsuitableforaladvertisers.com and download that free guide if any of you are interested. Just some tips and practices that can help you kind of avoid demonetization as much as possible. You know, it obviously is going to affect us all to some degree, but if that can help you out a little bit, you know, certainly head over there and grab that for free. The other thing I wanted to show you guys quick is I'm sure most of you probably use TubeBuddy already, but if you don't use TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy did a sale for Cyber Monday, and they offering their pro license as a lifetime license for $34, which is a super deal. I actually grabbed it for like $40 back when they did it like AppSumo or something like that. But if you aren't using TubeBuddy, you should really consider it, because it just absolutely saves you a ton of time. I wouldn't promote it if I didn't think it was worth it, but I use it for every video that I make. Super helpful. And the good news is that even though this was a Cyber Monday sale that they advertise as one day only, they're actually leaving it active until the end of the week. So if you go into the description of this video, I posted a link, and you can get a lifetime license for the pro level, which is normally $9 a month for $34. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If that's something that you're interested in, if you're using the free version one time at $34 seems like a pretty great deal. And it's one that I took advantage of when I first saw it back on AppSumo. So wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. All right, here. And hang on, let me pull up the chat here because I see some conversations. All right, can you describe it a little? If you're talking about TubeBuddy, so TubeBuddy is a plugin that you use. It actually works with the Chrome. I think they have, it's the Chrome browser definitely, and I think there's a couple more browsers. It's a plugin that you sign up on TubeBuddy, you install the plugin, and then when you're actually on YouTube, little tools pop up in line with the video when you're uploading it, including a keyword research tool, plus a custom thumbnail tool that I actually make my thumbnails in. The thumbnail that you may have seen for this live stream was actually made in TubeBuddy. So they provide, like I said, the keyword research tool, which is super huge. If you haven't gotten into keyword research yet, I highly recommend it. I've done a number of videos on it. There's a playlist out there called How to Grow Your YouTube Channel Fast in 2018, where I did a more in-depth video on keyword research using TubeBuddy. So I definitely check that out if you haven't done so yet. But it's just one of those things. It's just tools that are absolutely helpful, and they're in line with your upload process. So one of the things that we always say on YouTube in terms of trying to, you know, grow your channel and improve is to improve your efficiency. And one of the way you do that is by having these tools that actually are available through the upload process. So you want to streamline that as much as possible, and you want to be able to make it as efficient as possible. And one of the ways you can do that is by using the TubeBuddy plugin. So it's one of those things, once you start using it, you kind of can't believe you were doing this without it. So, and again, I'm going to take a drink because this cold is kicking my butt, but it's definitely worth it. Like I said, $9 a month is like $100 and something for 1 year, and this is $35 for a lifetime. So I don't know how you can pass it up. Hawk Gaming says Chrome and Firefox. I think there's a third one that they advertise as well. So didn't get what option? Are you talking about the Cyber Monday sale? Here, I may have actually shared, let's see, try this, TubeBuddy.com/cyber. It's very possible that on one of the links that I shared the wrong the link in not quite the appropriate format. So just in case, we'll do A equals. Let's see. So that's actually the link if you want to try to get it. It should bring you to a screen just like this one and give you the opportunity to get that. So if you receive anything other than that, you can let me know it. I can try to help you get to the right one. But it's very possible that at least one of the links I shared was improperly formatted, so it was just bringing you to a default TubeBuddy screen. All right, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys a couple of, let's see here. Let me find, we don't want that one. But if you're not familiar, TubeBuddy deal for my channel the other day, had a free pro account already, courtesy of Phil. Now I have a legit lifetime license. Yep, awesome. Yeah, Phil is great. I actually purchased the pro license, and he was nice enough to upgrade that for free for me to a legend account. So that's what I currently use, and it's definitely awesome. So, all right, and here I wanted to show you guys a couple things. So just for those of you who haven't really been following or keeping up with YouTube's latest crisis, I just wanted to show you guys a few things and talk about it a little bit. So there's been a number of articles out. YouTube faces advertiser boycott over videos with kids that attracted sexual predators. And basically what happened is advertisers were made aware of videos that may or may not, it sounded, if you read some of the things, that they were, whether they were intentional or not in terms of the exploitation of children, it attracted a bunch of creepy people who were posting comments on the videos, and that freaked out the advertisers. So the advertisers pulled their ads. There were a number of different ones that pulled their ads, but there were, I mean, a lot of coverage on this. Multiple advertisers pulled global YouTube ads in wake of child exploitation scandal. And this is actually on a couple different levels. There's some straight up creepy people out there making some really weird videos. And then even some of the family vlogs that were kind of going too far and kind of, I don't know, mistreating their children for views, trying to follow trends, which is not great anyway. But a number of really huge, family vlog channels in the millions were shut down when this happened. So it's definitely quite the big deal. And YouTube went through and basically started hacking up all these videos, or these videos and channels that they pulled. I think down here it says removed more than 150,000 videos from the platform, and identified one of the things that I thought was interesting. It said, in addition, YouTube said it had removed ads from nearly 2 million videos and more than 50,000 channels that tried to pass off as family friendly but featured inappropriate content. It's a little peculiar to me that they indicated that they simply took the ads off of channels that were pretending to be ad friendly that weren't. To me, that sounds a bit inappropriate if they are geared as family friendly and potentially children are watching them, and all they did to them was take their ads off. That didn't really seem to fix anything. But all that said, that is the current crisis. A number of advertisers, whether they are sincere or not, have at least pulled out their advertising, to look the part, as it were. And a number of larger YouTubers actually had stuff to say about this, and I want to hear, let's see, wanted to show you guys just a couple of these, what some of the larger YouTubers had. This is Philip Defranco. If you're not familiar with him, he's a fairly large channel. And as you can see, that's definitely a problem for YouTube. And it's interesting because, like a lot of these YouTubers have said, there was a channel that had 8.5 million subscribers, and you would think they'd be familiar with these channels being out there and what type of content they were feeding. Daryl Eves chimed in. Actually, you guys might not be able to hear this. Let's do this just in case here.
And, you know, I had a lot of creators reach out to me that they're either demonetized or terminated completely, and they're reaching out to YouTube, and YouTube has a hard time responding because of the holiday weekend.
So it's definitely affecting channels that may or may not need to be affected. And if you want, I'll pop back here if you guys want to see this little clip again here.
This ADPOCALYPSE 2.0 situation, but now it appears that we are in an ADPOCALYPSE 3.0 situation. And all of this is around the situation we talked about last Thursday and 2 Fridays ago, family and child content. It was.
And again, so they're basically YouTube, obviously, with all the feedback that has been going YouTube's way, with all these channels being demonetized unfairly, it seems that they've let some really big offenders slip through the cracks. And people were quick to jump on it. So I'm curious, have any of you guys in your content seen any upticks in demonetization, or have any of you have family channels that have had videos? In this case, YouTube has actually gone out and completely deleted videos. They just removed them from the platform with very little feedback on what was offensive. You know, so if you're somebody who was misflagged, you know, it kind of puts you in a really rough spot where you didn't have the content anymore to dispute and it was gone. And the best you could do is hope that YouTube would remove the community strike from you. Jump in the chat here. Dilly Dally Kids, yep, they have a family channel that haven't been hit. And I really think, I mean, to some degree, it's definitely a situation where some of these family channels, Alex Fishing says his revenue is going way up right now. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. That's good to hear. It's always good to have more and more revenue to keep your channel going. Oh, Alex says, stop listening to Phil. The guy has his own agenda. Everybody has their own agenda, Alex. It's all up to you to absorb information and decide what pieces you want to take in. Doug Houston said no audio from the videos. Yeah, okay. Did audio ever come in from the videos, Doug? Or when I replayed that one, did you get audio? In any event, as far as the those videos go, it's all the same thing. A bunch of good. It was all well, whether it's a knee-jerk reaction or not, they jumped on a bunch of channels, which makes me curious how they were able to find all these channels so quickly. If they didn't know it was going on, or how they did it. But I'm really curious to see how many channels. Obviously, there's going to be those family channels that were kind of on the fringe that may have been pushing the inappropriate envelope, that don't think they were wrong, but, you know, had their videos deleted or their channel shut down. So I assume they will be in quite a bit of shock over that. But I'm curious how many legitimately innocent channels might get accidentally picked up, like we've seen with the YouTube demonetization. And if you're wondering, before I started this live stream, it was demonetized. So that makes about 8 videos in a row now on Creator Fundamentals that have been demonetized within a day or two of being posted. All right. So, and again, I mean, this kind of represents a potential situation where you really have to tread lightly and try to be as squeaky clean as possible. Because when you see, basically what YouTube did in this situation is they gave the artificial intelligence more authority to take much more significant actions against a channel. Whereas before it may have just been a video being demonetized. From what I've heard, it's actually allowing them to get rid of the videos or shut down a channel. So obviously that is a little more scary, because especially having videos that are otherwise, benign, being demonetized every time I upload, I'm wondering how many channels might actually get affected by this. Josie Pot says, I'm not actually monetized, but I want to know things. It's always good to have this information and figure out, and understand the way or the lay of the land beforehand. Just so you're prepared for it when it does come. I actually went, the Creator Fundamentals was up probably 5 months before the first video was monetized. Now granted, it took a couple months to reach the threshold, but I probably went 2 solid months with nothing demonetized, and now ever since they made the announcement in late October that they had improved the algorithm and there was going to be like a 30% decrease in misflagged videos, every single one of my videos has been demonetized since that point. So apparently I am a big offender. Have you guys heard from any other YouTubers that you know personally that have actually been hit by this? I mean, hopefully they know it, they have it figured out, and they're just hammering on the inappropriate channels. Welcome to the Vreek. Thanks for joining the live stream. From what I've heard, the YouTube algorithm is using the exclude ads code to identify and demonetize videos. So, and I found it interesting because not recently, but a couple months ago, I had a channel, or I had somebody leave a really nasty comment on one of my videos, and I checked out their channel, and it was like the creepiest channel I've ever seen. And it's been reported to YouTube, and they haven't done anything about it yet. So I'm curious how they narrowed in on these 50,000 channels so quickly, or what their criteria is for identifying. There were a couple huge family channels. Dilly Dally Kid says, I don't know them personally, but a big kids family channel, Funnel Vision, is getting hit really hard. And there's a lot of family channels that chase trends. And, that's one of the things that I try to focus on with Creator Fundamentals is doing the long-term best practices that can help a channel grow. Inevitably, what you see with these channels that grow really fast, or they grow by following trends, is that they fall into this pattern of constantly having to either one-up themselves or one-up the competition. And it always ends in tragedy. There was the couple who the girlfriend shot the boyfriend because they were trying to get famous on YouTube, which they inadvertently did after that. But now they have this. You have these channels that are supposed to be family channels that are basically tormenting their children for views. It gets kind of hairy out there. Rodney B. Hunt is in the house. Thanks for joining the live stream. I apologize if my voice sounds a little funny, but I'm very congested right now. All right. And I'm hang on 1 second here. Let's see. We'll do And I just want to mention, for anybody who just joined the stream, I did do a free guide on how to protect yourself from YouTube monetization. You can go to notsutablefораladvertisers.com and just enter your email address and get that free guide. Just some tips on how to avoid demonetization as much as any of us can. So you can check that out if that is something that you're interested in. I need like a cough mute button. All right. And gotta bring the chat back up here so I don't lose it. In general, have any of you that are monetized, are you receiving demonetized videos with frequency or just occasionally? I think Alex had mentioned that he gets daily demonetized like I do, but how do I market to my email list? At current time, I use it just to share things like live stream. If things pop up like the TubeBuddy Cyber Monday sale, I'll share that out as well. I actually shared that with everybody. But other than that, I don't send emails very often. So certainly not on a regular basis. But it's always good. One of the tips in avoiding or protecting yourself from YouTube demonetization, spoiler alert, is to set up an email list so that you're not you're not crippled by a single platform, because we don't own anything that's on YouTube, no matter how much it feels like ours, and they have the ability to change the rules at any time. So when you develop a relationship with with your subscribers, it's always good to have a way to communicate outside any given platform, just because you never know. You never know what is going to change on any of these platforms, and you want to be able to maintain those relationships. So, and that was from Teddy Smith, by the way. Thanks for joining the live stream. Doug Houston says, my dash cam channel reached 10,000 views recently, so I've had a couple of videos go yellow. The last one I uploaded on Sunday for Wednesday schedule. Got it reviewed before it went live. That is always good. Yeah, I posted a video a while back because there was, the way YouTube describes the whole review process, especially when you request a manual review, is it tells you you need 1,000 views in the last 7 days, or you need 10,000 subscribers to have it reviewed before it goes public. But they never mention, or at least they don't mention at the time that you're requesting a review, is that the automated process that originally sets your video to not suitable for advertisers actually comes back and checks the video a few times. That's why people see videos that go yellow and then return to green without an actual manual review. Most of us, all of us that are under the 1,000 views in 7 days, probably aren't getting any person to look at it. But either the algorithm is learning something new, and then the next time it circles back, it fixes your video, or there's just some other process in place that allows those secondary reviews to fix the situation. So, bloody slime. Dilly Dally Kid said, nope, we just have one. It's about making bloody slime. That sounds like an interesting project. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to pull up, trying to remember what the really big, see if I can find them here. I know there was one channel, what's it called here? One really big family channel that had, I don't know, their most popular search term for their channel was watching their kids cry. I think that channel got shut down completely during this. So, yeah, I mean, if your most popular video is a video about making your kids cry, then I could probably see why you get shut down. But I'm keeping an eye on that one channel that I mentioned with that left the inappropriate comment on my channel, because it's really disturbing. It's basically adult content voiced over My Little Pony videos, which is super creepy. But it's still up and running, so we'll see when YouTube finds that kind of content and shuts it down. Yeah, Rodney, I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing. I think people lose sight of the fact that these are their kids. Don't get so caught up in YouTube. It's not. It shouldn't rule your life. That's definitely a lesson. And again, and I see it all the time, and especially in my situation, it being in the unique situation of creating a YouTube channel from scratch about growth. It's not the normal process. A lot of growth channels start a channel on some other content, and then once they have it to a decent size, they convert it to a how-to YouTube channel because people ask them how they did it. Being a small channel from the ground up, focused on this content completely, I often get people who like to challenge me and be like, oh no, you can do this and this will grow a lot faster than what you're saying. And it's true, but I try to teach, or I try to share, I don't claim to be an expert, but I try to share information that is fundamentally sound, that works over the long period of time and is not like flash growth, because all of these channels that focus on this trendy growth inevitably they hit a brick wall where they got to do that next big thing to get viewers. And I've seen, and I've looked into a couple channels that have millions of subscribers, and then for whatever reason they kind of hit a peak, and then subscribers just start fleeing by the thousands. So you definitely want to, at the very least, have a good mix of nice sound content that can help your channel grow and not be all about trends, because inevitably you either run out of trends or you run out of stuff that is flashy enough for your subscribers, and they don't find it as interesting, and you're constantly out there trying to do more outrageous things to get views, which obviously leads to problems. Yeah, Rodney, that's the way to go. Organic growth and building a community. Low and slow. Hello, Useless Wizard. Welcome to the stream. So Useless Wizard asks, what's your biggest challenge growing this type of channel so far? So, like I said, people like to challenge you because when you present this type of material, people automatically think that you are trying to present yourself as an expert. I'm the kind of person who, there's certain words I don't think people should use about themselves, and expert's one of them. If somebody wants to call somebody else an expert, they're welcome to. But, people who refer to themselves as experts before somebody else does, I don't know. It's just my personal philosophy. But the way I look at this channel is not about being an expert. It's kind of like being a concierge, if you will, somebody who does all of the legwork of keeping up with this type of stuff and sharing it with the channels that are focused on family vlogging, or sharing it with the channels that are doing gaming. You focus on the gaming content, I focus on the YouTube stuff. I share that, and we all grow together. That's kind of the point of this. So luckily it doesn't bother me a lot, so I don't dwell on those people, because it's kind of a shallow way of looking at things when people say, who think they're experts because they have more subs or whatever the case may be. So everybody has their opinions, and everybody is welcome to start their own channel just like this. So if they do challenge me and they're not making this type of content, they have the opportunity to do it. And if they don't want to do it, then, don't talk to me about it. Otherwise, that in general, like all YouTubers, there's other daily challenges. I'm a father of 2. I have 3 dogs. I have a boxer mix and a chocolate lab, so my house is crazy, which is why the live streams start at 9 o'clock at night. It's the earliest I can get everybody quieted down. Josie Potts said you haven't steered me wrong yet. Well, I appreciate that, Josie. Yeah, and Becca's relatable life says slow and steady wins the race, and that's really the goal. And again, when I was naming this channel Fundamentals, I played baseball in college, and if you focus on the fundamentals of anything to the point where they become second nature, it makes the entire game easier. So this big YouTube game, if you get used to doing keyword research and making good thumbnails on every video, you can focus on improving your content, making better videos, making more engaging videos, and the stuff that ensures that people are going to see them is second nature. You're automatically going to do your keyword research the same way by developing, looking for your keyword research, using it as the title. You know the drill. And if you don't know the drill, there's a playlist called How to Grow Your YouTube Channel Fast in 2018, where I've tried to put a collection of all those videos together, so you can kind of go through those step by step. But that is how that all works. Useless Wizard, what has been your biggest challenge in growing your channel? Let's see. Let me see if I can do this here. And where will this go? All right. Making tabletop easy new tutorials every week. I think I have seen your channel before, Useless Wizard. Or at least I've had a conversation with you, because I think, just so you guys know what I'm looking at here, I'm just peeking at, this is Useless Wizard's channel, and he looks like he's doing tutorials on how to paint the little miniature tabletop games. I actually work with a guy who does that. They buy the little characters, and it's amazing. Those things are pricey. It could be quite an investment in some of that stuff. So, but yeah, what have you found so far to be? It looks like you're well on your way in that area. What has been your biggest challenge as a YouTuber? 4 years. Wow. Let's see what the old channel's doing here. Well, if you're still doing that type of content, gearing up for a month of daily videos now. Yeah, and that's a good thing. I mean, where big gaps can hurt your channel in terms of the rate at which you're growing, you can always come back to a channel and kind of spark it again. I have a guy that I know has a channel who he did like a couple of prank kind of videos, like invisible rope videos, where like two kids stand on each side of a road and pretend there's a rope across it as cars come by. A little weird, but anyway. The point being, he actually left his channel, and while he was gone, one of his videos got 750,000 views, and he never knew it. And he came back a few years later and totally rebranded that channel to a specific content, and he's been blowing up ever since. So it's never too late to get back in there and fire it up again. So that's cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he actually had a random collection of just pranky type videos, and now his channel is dedicated Pokemon Go. His name is FLW Videos, if anybody plays Pokemon Go. But yeah, he was pumping out, and honestly, he was so dedicated to pumping out daily videos that were getting no attention. But he stuck with it, and then one day, one of the videos got 40,000 views, And then he went through a string where every single video got at least 1,000 views in the first 24 hours, and he's gained thousands of subscribers and everything else. So you just never know. Josie Pot says my videos are pretty random, still trying to find my brand. And a lot of people start out that way. If you're doing a channel that is basically about you, then you're the brand. You know, if you want to do like those vlog type videos or the challenges and those kind of things, you can certainly do that. Those channels just take longer to grow. They usually grow slower, but once you've developed your brand and people start to latch on to you as an individual, you know, there's certainly some growth potential there. If anybody wants me to pull up their channel, we can take a look at any. Hey, DE Games. Hey, Dan, just stopping in. Hashtag respect the Dan. I appreciate it. Well, you know, Becca's Relatable Life says, right now I'm just considering it relatable, meaning if you check it out, I'm sure there's something you can relate to. And I actually did. I have another channel called The Average Dan. And when I created that, it was kind of, the concept was just an average person making videos about things that could help people. It was like repair videos and those types of things. And basically what I would do is when I encountered a challenge or something, or was trying to fix something, I would go on YouTube and try to find a video to help me fix it. And when I couldn't find a video, I would make the video and share it on YouTube. That's kind of how I got started with an actual focused channel. Ultimately that channel, and then I ended up doing an RV, a series on renovating an RV that me and my wife purchased, and those videos kind of took off. So I eventually changed that channel to be focused on RV camping, because I looked through all the analytics and all the views and all the subscribers were coming from the camper related content. Even though the car repair videos got tons and tons of views, they weren't really community focused. So they'll continue to get views and earn revenue, but they weren't really the type of content to build a community around. Whereas RV camping, there's a lot of people who are, you know, dedicated to that kind of stuff. So that's what you kind of have to figure out. DE Games, I've been working on my thumbs and I've gone up 30 to 40 subs. Awesome, man. Yeah, your thumbnails have come a long way. I remember when I first saw your channel, your thumbnails were like red and black. Seemed like they had some cool artwork. They were just, the contrast was kind of an issue in terms of visibility and standing out from the rest of the pack. But yeah, you've definitely brought them a long way. So that's awesome. Oh, that's right. Becca's Relatable Life is the... I think I was just watching one of your videos the other day of the dinosaur trying to help you do makeup or something. Does every one of your videos have the dino in it? Is that like the whole theme of your channel is living with a T-Rex? If anybody wants to give their channel a little publicity, let me know. We'll pull it up and take a look at it. I have a playlist Ah, okay. Playlist about the dino and a playlist related to being a teacher. Wow. 4 tiny children monsters. Holy cow. Well, I have an 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and chocolate lab, a boxer, and a chihuahua. D Game says, had to find the right phone apps to work on them. Hard to run a channel from the phone, but love the challenge. Oh, nice. You're doing that all on the phone, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I finally found, well, I'm getting closer to finding some apps. I have an iPhone, and for the most part, I haven't really been all that enthused about doing artwork and graphics on my phone. I found a couple, what is it called here? Pixel. I'll tell you what the name of it is. It is called Pixelmator. It's actually something that I think was originally mentioned by Brian G. Johnson, and then somebody else mentioned it again. But it's like $3 or $4, and it's pretty decent. It lets you do things in layers. So, Nate Dogg says, "Can you check out my gaming vlog channel, please? Still looking to improve." I can, and I will. Let's pull that up here. And as I recall, well, here's an opportunity here. All right, give me just a moment. Nate Dogg, do you access your channel strictly on the PS4, or do you have a PC as well? All right, so this is Nate Dogg's channel. No PC, just a PS4. All right, so one of the things, and I don't know what the interface is like on the PS4, and that may be some of your challenge, but being able to edit your homepage to include some video content. Does the PS4 give you an actual browser opportunity, or is it just a YouTube app? In any case, if you can get your content shown on your homepage, that would help you out a lot. And I'm pretty sure I was subscribed here before, but we'll give you subscriber number 200 here. Oh, I actually have you slightly off the page, so you can't see it. Let me see if I can fix that here. We want full browser. Refresh. And there you go. You just got your 200th subscriber. All right. So, oh, now it suddenly appeared. That was weird. Oh, okay. So you have content related to people who are subscribed, but the screen for unsubscribed didn't have any content on it. So I don't know if that's a PS4 limitation or what it is, but I also imagine that provides you some challenges in actually being able to do thumbnails and limits you to doing screenshots for your videos. So again, I don't have a PS4, so I don't know how the whole process works. But I do see that you were able to, I think you said you got this from this ytgraphics.com place. So you were able to change that. I would recommend changing that to something more related to your channel that actually tells what your channel is about. So the channel is about PS4. I mean, you get a little bit of PS4, but it doesn't really tell that you're doing gaming. Hey, go Pappy Go, bite-sized tips. Thanks for joining the live stream. What is the meaning? Hang on here. Let me get that chat so I can read it. What is the meaning of the name on your shirt? I was just researching that name before I came here just a bit ago. This is the hashtag that a lot of small YouTubers use when they are sharing content on Twitter and other social media. This particular one is a t-shirt that I, on creatorfundamentals.com/creatortees. It's actually one of the options in the menu. I put together a number of different content creator related t-shirts. This is actually one of them. This is small YouTuber solidarity. DE Game says, we game guys have to stick together, brother Nate. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tough, I can't really provide a lot of feedback on what you're able to do on PS4, but if you're able to do custom thumbnails, I would recommend custom thumbnails. If you are able to get some more content, whoops, I don't want to play that. If you're able to get some more content on your home screen, I would also do that. Get back on the main screen there. And that would definitely be my advice to kind of get everything all unified and together. So otherwise, just keep making that content and you will grow. And let's see, will it let me? I don't think it'll let me take a look. Oh wait, let's try. If we do, I put this here, we have TubeBuddy Videolytics. This is another great feature of TubeBuddy to show you information about the video that you're looking at. I would probably go, and I don't know if your tags are like this on all your videos, but you definitely, whenever whenever possible, you want to try to focus on keyword phrases, some longer phrases that you can actually show up in search results for that can help you get more views. All right, so just jump in the chat here real quick. Rodney says hello to Bite-Sized Tips. Thanks for the info, says Nate Dogg. DE Games, small YouTubers for the win. Rodney B. Hunt says he has some new channel art and changed the last two. Here, let's swing over here, and why don't we pull up Rodney's channel? Here is Rodney B. Hunt's channel. I am digging the new channel art. I like that. That looks sharp. Tech and tips for YouTube creators. New videos every Monday and Friday. Definitely has his thumbnail game locked in. You can see all of his videos are identifiable as his with the unified branding. Thank you for the featured channel here. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like that. Did you do that yourself, or did you have somebody do that for you? Becca's Relatable Life. So, Becca's Relatable Life asks, what would be good phrases to use as tags? The ideal way to identify or to create a video and make and do your keyword research is, instead of making a video and then trying to find keyword phrases to go with that video, you think of a video idea, then you start to put together key or phrases. You know, so like if I'm doing a video on how to grow a channel, I will first do how to grow your YouTube channel and see what the competition looks like. That I do that in TubeBuddy using their keyword research tool. Or I'll do how to grow your YouTube channel fast, or how to grow your YouTube channel fast 2017, and I see what kind of competition and search volume is actually associated with that keyword phrase. And then once I have a keyword phrase that is worth targeting, I make that the focal point of the video. So you come up with that keyword phrase, and the keyword, in this case, the keyword phrase is YouTube demonetization explained. Then I make sure that I create the video around that concept, meaning I use other keywords that kind of support that. I also, if I'm doing a standard video, within the first 10 to 15 seconds, I will restate that keyword phrase in the video, because it'll end up in your closed caption and be one more piece of metadata that helps build that relevance on your video and allows you to get videos to rank against other more competitive channels. I mean, if you look at in this again, it's all about focusing on a keyword phrase where the competition is not ridiculous. So these bigger channels get into the rankings because they're related, but the relevancy of the relation is not as strong as what I built on my video. So you know, obviously it's an exact keyword match, and I carried it into my description, carried it into the keywords. Whoops, didn't want to hit play. And that allowed me to target this keyword phrase and rank. And what it also, so it allowed me to get the #1 spot. Plus, I continued to do videos on this topic. And as you can see on the first page, including the one that we're doing right now, it allows those to rank as well. And the goal here is to build up those videos that rank well, and they all work together to accumulate views and watch time and eventually help your channel kind of jump to that next level. D Games, take care. All right. If anybody else wants me to check out your channel, I will absolutely do so. We'll probably do, I don't know, maybe we'll do like 90 minutes total tonight. But if anybody wants me to bring up their channel, I'll certainly do that. Josie Potts. All right, so let's take a look at your channel.
What the hell?
All right, so this is Josie Potts' channel. We will subscribe, give you your 16th subscriber. I see some clickbait in your thumbnails, which I would imagine that's what that is. So the first thing that comes to mind when I look at your channel is that your channel art doesn't tell people what your channel is about. So you want to work on that. If you aren't familiar with how to make channel art, you can use a free website like canva.com, and that will help That will help you create some artwork where you can tell people exactly what your channel is about. So here's the deal. I also went to your About section, and there's nothing in your About section. When you have a new channel, in order to get your content in front of people who might want to see it, YouTube has to rely on your metadata, and metadata is just data about data. In this case, it's data about your videos and your channel. So you want to give YouTube as much information to work on. So that means filling out your About section that explains exactly what type of videos you plan on focusing on, and getting that information filled out. Also, you want to encourage people to come back and watch more of your content. And one of the frequent ways people decide whether or not they want to watch more of your content is on your channel page. So on your channel page, you need your channel art to very quickly identify who you are, what you're about, and what people can expect from your channel. So that means, whether it's just, Josie Potts or whatever the case may be, a subline that tells exactly what type of videos people can expect. And if you want to go a step further, you can let them know how often you are uploading. And then you want to work on 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, 6 days, 1 day, 4 weeks, a month. So generally, up until this point, it looked like you were doing about 1 video a week-ish. So once you develop some type of theme up here and you have channel art, then you want to incorporate that channel art, or that whatever color scheme you select to be your brand. You want to start to incorporate it into your thumbnails, and you want your thumbnails to all be identifiable as yours. So all of these, instead of being randomness, you want them to all be associated with your channel. So that means if you are somebody who appears in all of your videos, then you want to make sure that whenever possible, your face is on your thumbnail, because YouTube has come right out and identified that thumbnails that have your face on them and people can see your eyes are much more likely to earn you that click than a thumbnail that doesn't have it. So that's definitely something that you want to work on. And then you want to do, I assume, these are individual playlists, so you want to get descriptions in your playlist that explain what type of videos they will contain. And looks like you have a few more playlists in there. But definitely get your About section filled out. Definitely figure out your channel art and kind of what your theme is. Get some text up there that explains to people what it's all about, and then unify your brand and kind of get your thumbnails all on the same page. All right. Yeah, canva.com is it's like a free graphic website where you can it actually has, one of the options is like YouTube channel art. You might have to scroll down the page to find it, but it basically gives you a template to work on. Now, the one thing to consider is that, yes, it gives you a template, but the amount of the template that actually appears in the visible area on like a PC or a desktop is basically like the center of that space. So you have to play around with it a little bit and try to keep your artwork centered in that big rectangle that they give you to make sure that it's going to show up the way you want it. And you basically make a tweak, you download it, you upload it to YouTube, see how it's positioned. If you don't like how it's positioned, then you make another tweak, you upload it again, and you just keep doing that over and over again until everything looks good and you're happy with it, and then that's the one you keep. Bivens PC, thanks for joining the live stream. I do need a bit of more info on my banner and about page, but have a look at mine if you want. I actually did not know you could put descriptions on the playlists themselves. Yep, your playlists will actually show up in search results just like a video. So you can consider using actual keyword phrases to name your playlists, and those can absolutely show up as a search result. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. If we do, whoops, how to grow your YouTube channel fast. 2018. We'll see where all this is showing up right now. So, again, focusing on that keyword phrase, my channel that has 533 subscribers at the moment is ranked number 4 with a channel that has over 100,000, 400,000, and 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers. So it's definitely powerful. But I used to be, let's see if I still am here. It might have got, oh, there it is. So this is actually a playlist. But because I named it as a keyword, as the keyword phrase, and I provided a description in it that explained what it was, the playlist itself is actually ranking on page 1 for this search term. So you can absolutely absolutely get those playlists to rank for you and help you get more views. All right, let's see here. Becca's Relatable Life has to take off. Have a good night. Go Pappy Go. Bite-sized tips. Yes, you can rename a playlist. There's no problem with that. I mean, the only way I might not rename a playlist is if your playlist is already ranking. If you have a playlist that's ranking on the first page of a search term, I might not rename it. But otherwise, it's not a super common thing for playlists to be ranked like that. So, you know, that's one thing you can do. I think that's Doug Houston taking off. Have a good night. Scroll back real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, I wanted to take a look at Bivens PC channel. Nope, something didn't go right there. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Pop this over here. All right. Bivens PC. All right, so the first thing I would say about your header is that you might be able to add, like you said, you might be able to add a little more text that actually identifies what about PCs you're covering. I see Kaspersky, or related to Kaspersky. I see some Wi-Fi, dead spots, fixed white loading screen, and portal for PC. So yeah, I would try to come up with something, some kind of text that explains to people exactly what you are offering. See what your about section. I am a tech with a microcomputer specialist diploma and electronics technician diploma. I've been working in tech for roughly 13 years. Worked for several tech companies. Find a lot of free tools and like to share information with others. So I might just do something as simple as Bivens PC tutorials and software reviews. You know, something that kind of gives people, sets an expectation for people of exactly what type of content they will be seeing from you. 1 day, 1 week, 2 week, 2 week, 2 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So it looks like you're doing multiple videos per week in some cases, 1 month. Yeah, does seem to be. And again, like I mentioned, others, you want to try to come up with some branding that kind of ties all this together. And the way I usually explain branding is that, so if you, on some of your videos, when somebody comes to watch a video, comes to watch one of your videos and they like your content. Now, potentially, depending on the rest of your content, some of your videos may show up on the right-hand side. Now, if you don't have unified branding that kind of identifies your content as yours, and that could just be as simple as having your face in all your thumbnails, if you're somebody who appears in your videos, or having a color scheme or a logo that kind of ties everything together, you're making it hard for them to find the other videos over here that are yours. And you want to make it as easy as possible for people to watch more of your content. And that's basically what all of this branding stuff is about. It is simplifying it, breaking it down into the simplest terms as possible to encourage somebody to watch more of your content, subscribe to your channel, and keep coming back. And that's what we're trying to do with all of this branding. So your channel art branding is all about telling people exactly what to expect and providing branding on your thumbnails, on your homepage, like we're looking at here, having everything look like it all goes together, encourages people, says, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. This is a very professional looking channel. I'm going to subscribe. Cannot drink enough water. So yeah, I mean, that would be my recommendation here. And then one of the other things that I like to do is replace these default listings of your uploads and popular uploads and create actual playlists. I see you have playlists. You have a number of playlists here. You want to go out to your home page and go down to the bottom of the screen and click on Add Section and list all of your playlists out as horizontal playlists and get as much of your content displayed on your home page as possible. All right. Josie Potts, have a good night. If anybody else wants to check, creation is a big thing. I know I need to do it. Just need to force myself. I need to watermark my videos, reorder my playlist too. Thanks for the feedback. Hey, anytime. I actually just did a video on a couple different methods for different ways you can order your playlists and trying to get more views or more subscribers. I think it was in the 500 subscriber video, but might have been. But if anybody, if nobody else wants, if nobody else wants me to pop up their channel, we can actually call it a night. I think I'm starting to lose my my voice and my sore throat's coming back, so make it an early night this evening. But just a recap for those of you who were not on the stream earlier, I did put a link in the description below to jump on this TubeBuddy deal, which is a lifetime pro license for $34, one payment of $34 to get the lifetime license, which is normally $9 a month. It's a super awesome deal. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, I use TubeBuddy on every single video that I make. You sign up for the account, you open your Chrome browser, you install the plugin on your Chrome browser, and then all of the things appear, and I'll show you here exactly. You know, like I said, you have the, you know, your TubeBuddy Channelytics, which will show you your channel and another channel. You have your InVideo Manager. Yeah, I'm sure this video will show up as demonetized, but you have a number of tools that you can use inside a video. So you have this button right here, which allows you to create your custom thumbnail, and you can come in here and you can, you know, select your background. And what you basically do is you upload the individual elements, and then you can use them each time. You select that, you go in here, you can pick your images. You know, this is actually how I make my thumbnails. So it's definitely an awesome tool. And that's every video I create, I'm able to do my thumbnail right in line. And then also your keyword research tool that helps you get all of your keywords to rank. You have both the ability to explore and do a search of keywords that shows you exactly how they rank. You have a suggestion tool that'll look at the keywords you've used and give you some additional keywords that you might want to use. Super powerful, and $34 for the pro license, that is a steal. So that is why I can't say enough about, if you're not using TubeBuddy, definitely get it. And there's no better time than the opportunity to get it for $34. That's about as cheap as I think I've ever seen it. So, and again, it was advertised as a Cyber Monday 1 day only deal, but I happen to know that the deal, they're not advertising the deal anymore, but it's going to be good through this week. So definitely jump on it. And also, if you hop over to notsutablefororadvertisers.com, you can enter your email address and get the free guide that I created on how to protect yourself from YouTube demonetization, with just some tips and resources on how to protect yourself as much as possible from YouTube demonetization. So that's out there as well. And I'm trying to quietly sneeze in the background. All right. So I think, let me jump in the chat one last time here. I think we're good to go. Otherwise, we shall call it an evening. I appreciate you guys coming to, I just see a couple more people just hopped in the chat. So definitely say hi before I sign off. Say, yeah, it's just a mess. The cold's coming back. My water's gone. I feel the sore throat making its way back for the evening hours. That's awesome. All right, so I think that will be it for this evening. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I'll go rest this throat, and maybe we'll be able to do another live stream in a week or so. So that is all for today. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, or if you haven't hit the like button on this video. I appreciate it. Otherwise, consider subscribing to the channel. Videos all about simplifying YouTube and helping us grow together. So that is it for this evening. I will talk to you guys all later. Take care.